Hey, Warrior Saints. Glad to have you beautiful people with us as we continue our conversation from yesterday. So, with that, all of that, Deacon Greg, where's all this coming from? I mean, not just the robot stuff, but all the stuff we're talking about. It's like, what's producing this? Where do we get all this?
Well, I think you use the word usurpation.
Usurpation?
Usurpation? It's usurped.
Usurping.
It's usurping. I think what's ultimately, and I said something like this a little bit ago, usurping everything and pushing its own agenda and pulling us off of the path that is following God's will is the product of basically a godless society, right? I mean, like you mentioned China and the population decline earlier in our convo. China is a communist country. Communism works very hard to take God out of the equation as a way to control people. And it's basically like a major tenet that you have to take God from people so and then are able to control them and do whatever you want with them and make them follow you. Yeah. And make them follow what you want. Well, we don't live in a communist society here in the United States, but we live in a society that is still doing that. Yeah. That is still trying to control and manipulate and pull God out of anywhere and everything that it can. Yeah. And when it does that, it puts a different agenda forward. And that agenda is stuck following the way of Adam and constantly and consistently pulling us away from the way of Christ.
You know, you were talking about the communism. I mean, that's Marx's theory, right? He was criticized. A lot of his critics talk about what he used. He says religion is the opiate of the masses, right? Yeah, like that's their control. We'll get rid of it, and now the government will be the opiate of the masses. Like, you know, that's all he did, really. You know, or at least in its grandest expression in Soviet communism and Chinese communism, I guess. But you know, but you're right. I mean, we've done the same thing now, just under a less aggressive guise.
Yeah.
I mean, now, you know, the powers that be, the nine that we always joke about, they have used dopamine to get us in line, you know, like with all the clicks and hits on the phone and the likes and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, and constant bombardment with advertising and all the marketing that they do, that now they have made, for many people, God is no longer the reference. His word is no longer the instruction to live under life. And like you say, it has been twisted to the Adam mentality, where like, I'll take some of me and my idea and my ego. I mean, you're dead on with it. That's all they've done. They tricked us as opposed to forcing it with, you know, tanks and AK-47s, but it's the same control. And many people have bought into it. And yet also, this is an interesting thing for me to see. Maybe we should track this one day. But there are so many people who have seen it, have bought into it, and at some point had a realization that this is not the way to go, and have started a mass exodus from corruption and a mass
return.
I was going to say exodus. Usurpation. That was what you were looking for earlier. Usurpation. They've left that chaos and have come back. I mean, you know as well as I do, they've come back to traditional values and faith. I mean, our church that we serve is exploding. I mean, we can't even keep up. Our hairs are all turning gray because there's so many beautiful people, because they see that the outcome of living in a godless society leads only to chaos, fear, pain, depression, suffering, on and on and on.
Well, and so often this idea that traditional means bad.
Yeah.
Traditional is old, and old is not good. You need the new, you need the shiny, you need the this, you need the that. So that's where, back to the conversation about being a girl boss versus being a mother. Like, being a mother is bad and looked down on because you're not supposed to do that because it's traditional and it's therefore bad.
Yeah.
Right? You shouldn't go to church because church is antiquated and therefore bad. You need the newest thing. You need the newest it. You need what you need, because what you need is for you, and you matter. You are special. You are the top. You are the pinnacle. And therefore, You will never find what is fit for you until you take something that is out of you
Yeah.
and gives you the reflection of
Of
you.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. You said it, Adam. It's the serpent, man. You know,
It's
like
all. And
he
then you
knows
become like
you
God.
become like God. It was funny too, like, you know, it's become, and it's, people are schizophrenic. Things are not good that are old, but yet some things you got to have vintage, right? Like I was thinking about
Yeah.
houses. When we bought our first house, Allie and I, it was, you know, normal frame construction. And it was, you know, for us, it was not inexpensive, but you know, based on that, what it would sell for today was totally, you know, inexpensive. But as we got older and had, you know, decided to buy a bigger home for a growing family, and so we were looking for block construction, right? Because it's solid. You know, a wooden frame house, I mean, you risk for example, the risk of termites, and that's a whole, you know, thing. And we have a lot of them here where we live. Block construction, however, is strong and it's not going to fall, and the big bad wolf can't blow it down. He's going to huff and puff. And so now it became cool to look for block construction, right? So the thing about that is that block construction was something they did way back. They don't do it anymore because it's too expensive, right? So like you can see that, well, being a mother is bad, being a girl boss is good. That's new and modern, but oh no, we got to have a block construction house. You know, like, so at some point, maybe that leads to the idea that, you know what, some things of days gone by should be left and some things should be retained. Yeah. And some things of today should be left behind and maybe some can be retained.
Yeah. And I think what is retained are the things that withstand the test of time.
Yeah.
And try as you might to get rid of traditional religion and all of that stuff. Call it obsolete all that you want.
Yeah, I like that book.
But at some point, it's going to withstand the test of time because Christ's way is the way that works. Christ's way is the way that shows you a path through the chaos so that you can come out clear on the other side.
Go forth and baptize. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, teaching them all that I've commanded you. And lo, I am with you always to the close of the age. I mean, he's making the statement that this is timeless. And people can fight against it. And people do fight against it and have fought against it. And I think the reason now I'm getting hot and sweaty because they are afraid.
Yeah.
Because they know the truth, the veracity of the gospel of Jesus Christ is the only game changer. It is the only life enhancer. It's the only transformative agent. And it transforms us, you know, obviously for those who believe it, when we die, the possibility of eternal life, whatever that's like. But I think it can also transform us in this life, you know, where we start to live exceptionally, you know, powerful, meaning-filled lives where we impact with a purpose that serves other people, that is not always looking to me, i.e. Adam, and my I'll be God and my ego, and that we we keep going forward to serve, to do good, to, you know, make a difference and impact, change the world. I mean, that's the only thing that gets it done, is that sacrificial, what we say crucifixional life, which is, you know, for me, and I think for all of our warrior saints, it's the only way. And that scares the hell out of those people that are fighting against it, that are stuck in ego, because, they've got a formidable enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We live in a society that is still following Adam's way, a society that is in Adam, that is Adamic.
Yeah.
And we're fighting to find a way through that society so that we can get back to the way of the warrior saint, the way of Christ.
I mean, I would not have said it any better. And that's the point. Maybe why you and I sweat and work so hard and grind and as much grit as we can pull up, you know, to come here daily and to teach in our parish and our, you know, homilies and all that stuff, to give that message of hope to people who have recognized that this is a godless society, and of which this robot thing may only be just one example of. And yet they long for something more. They look for that transformation, and they don't know where to look, and all of a sudden they find the gospel, and they're like, oh, there it is. And so, you know, I guess this was a good one today, by the way. I had fun with this. It was interesting where, you know, the turns it took. But I can say this, I guess, to our people this is why we have the Way of the Warrior Saint at our website, because we're doing our darndest to teach that alternative, which is not really even an alternative. It's the only way, but it's the alternate way from what the society is, you know, putting out there. And I mean, we talked about it today. We have that Genesis challenge. I mean, that's where it starts, man. It's the first book in the book. You should start at the beginning like you do in every other book. Read it with us, 26 days. You download it, put in free month. That's the promo code. You get a free month. But in there, we also have Matthew, which we talked about earlier a lot. And we also have the book of Revelation, which we've studied. And it's great, especially because people don't always get that one, you know. And we were talking earlier about lions. And I was thinking, like, in Revelation, the lion of the tribe of Judah is the king. And who does the seer John see? When he looks at the lion, he sees the slaughtered lamb. I mean, Christ on the cross. There it is. That's the lionhood, right? Or the way that we find lionness, if I can make up that word. Anyways,
Lionity.
Lionity. All right, there you go. We've made up a lot of words today.
Yeah, we have.
This was awesome. I appreciate you and the time and your thought and the banter and all the work you did to make this happen. And the rest of our team, Aaron, too, was over here with us today. Thank you for all your work. We love you, beautiful people. Thank you for being with us, for watching. Let me just make this last little pitch about this weekend and going forward. Check our website. On that website, warriorsaints.org, you will see the Genesis Challenge. Join us. We're challenging you. Bring it. Let's see if you can do it. Can you read Genesis in 26 days? I think you can do it. It's 2 chapters a day, basically. And if you do that, read it, you're along with us here in our local community. We're trying to make this a larger community. And if you type in, when you put your email and all that stuff, you type in the code free month, and it means exactly that. It will then give you access to our classes, the full classes on Genesis. We go through every single chapter. So there's 50 plus videos in there. There are 50 chapters, but we did some extras, intros, and all right. So you can follow along and learn. And as you read the stories and you're like, what? I don't get it. And what? That's crazy. Let us explain it to you. So join us. We really encourage you to do it. It's good. It was for me, it was groundbreaking to film it, to study it and teach it. So anyways, it's there for you if you so choose. Share it, like it, pass it around, do all that good stuff. We will be back Sunday for Orthros and Divine Liturgy. No. This week we won't, right?
We'll be back with Orthros and Typica.
We will be back with Orthros and Typica at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is also Arizona time. We will not have Orthros because I am traveling. One of our deacons will be ordained to the priesthood. So we'll have a new priest in our parish, and I'm going to go celebrate his ordination with him. And so Deacon Greg will lead us, and he will serve the Orthros and Typica service with our other clergy. So join us then. We will be back the following Monday for all the good stuff. Love you. Have a great weekend. As always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.